A good Friday morning, Quad Cities. The big change, it arrives today. A very fall-like air mass coming into play, a lot of wind and even some showers, especially later this morning into the afternoon. Let me show you satellite and radar. Just after 7 o'clock this morning, we've got many different little bands of showers getting ready to move in here. Now, it's not going to be an all-day rain, but there will be some times when not only you'll see some rain falling, but some of these showers are also going to bring in some gusty winds too. So we'll plan on one or two of those sticking around for the football games early this evening. But later on, especially after sunset, 8, 9, 10, I think we're going to be dry and temperatures falling into the low 50s, but the wind will still be around up to 25 miles an hour on those gusts. So make sure you've got the heavier jacket. You may even want perhaps the mittens and the hats because wind chills will be in the 40s. So let's show you future track here. One band of showers coming in this morning, another one coming down for this afternoon on a scattered basis. One final one here right around sunset. Then the shower threat will go away for the rest of tonight. Clear skies and temperatures dropping to the low 40s by tomorrow morning. We'll start off on a nice, bright and sunny note. We'll crank up the winds again in the afternoon, but with that sun, we should at least see temperatures make their way into the low 60s. Let's talk about the drought situation. We got the update on the drought monitor yesterday morning. Some good news on the Illinois side of the river. More of our hometowns there are either out of drought or now back to a level 1 or 2 drought compared to the more extreme levels. But bad news for the Iowa side. That drought continues to worsen. We now have 20% of the Iowa Quad Cities region that is an extreme drought, and now 7% in the worst category, which is exceptional. So let's break down the numbers. This is 5 weeks ago, what our deficit looked like. Of course, we were still in summer then, but look at the yearly deficit. That's the table I want you to focus on. What does it look like right now? Well, it's gotten worse in Davenport. It's gotten only a little better here in Moline. At least we're not double digits in the deficit in terms of the rain. But look at Burlington. They were nearly in a surplus for the whole summer season. I mean, look at that, almost 4.5 inches more rain than they typically see. But now, because the dry pattern has moved back in and the rain has really kind of shut down for areas south of the Quad Cities, they're back in a deficit. Bottom line, we all still need some rain, and we've got some in the forecast. Quick update on the fall color if that is in your plans for this weekend. The further north you go, the better, including right around Rockford, Freeport, Illinois-Wisconsin border. High color now moving in. This is the forecast for the next 10 days. I expect all of that to continue to get closer to the Quad Cities, and by the end of next week, we'll be approaching, that is, some peak color. So there you see your weekend. Yeah, it's still a little cool, but we'll cut down the wind on Sunday. Cool yet still for early next week, and then one storm system to watch will be in here Wednesday, Thursday, some of it left over into Friday. That one actually has some promise of bringing some heavy rain, of course a whole lot of wind, and it could also bring some severe weather to the south of the Quad Cities. You know, we'll be tracking that all weekend long as we get closer. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Have a great weekend, Quad Cities.